your stress behind. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holla if you're here because you wanna bury your sorrow in a vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we're brave. Can't take you over deplete your appetite. Got to vibe, honey. We got the specialist beat secret supply. We put it down and I'll be telling us, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lit the light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, say hi, bud. Yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lit the light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, yeah. And you'll be singing higher, yeah. You'll be singing higher in no time. Like I don't wanna go, like I don't wanna go home. And you'll be singing higher, you'll be singing higher, Get out, yeah. It's a little hard sometimes to feel the quiet. Holla if you're settling, we'll let it spin whenever tired. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holla if you're here because you wanted us to take control with the vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we're brave. Can't take you over, deplete your appetite. That's a vibe, honey. We got the specialist beat secret supply. We put it down and they'll be telling us, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lit the light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, say hi, bud. Yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lit the light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, yeah. You'll be singing higher in no time. Like I don't wanna go home. You'll be singing higher, I don't wanna go.
Yeah, just kidding.
Well, welcome in everybody to Oulton Park for round one of the virtual racing Aotearoa TCR challenge. And well, joining me in the comms box tonight is your Monday night regular Corey Kitchen, and well, alongside him for this TCR series, welcome into the comms box, Mr. Christian Hermanson. Lads, how are we? Yeah, good, mate. Yourself?
Very well. Happy to be here.
Just got here in the nick of time, eh?
Yeah, I just wrapped something up and here to talk about some TCR action, which is awesome.
Yeah, too right. The round one, of course, tonight, and well, I tell you what, 41 cars in the house last time we checked, so that is going to be a massive field to try and get through turn one tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are some hot names just inside the top 10 as well. So some regulars here at VRA as well, and some others who will be hoping to move forward in this as this qualifying session wraps up.
Too right. Of course, Corey, how are you tonight?
I'm just fizzing over the top 11 cars, less than a second between them.
Yeah, how good is that going to be?
I'm excited.
Going to be some close quarters racing tonight, that's for sure. Of course, qualifying underway at the moment. Race number 1 is going to be a 12-lapper, and then the results from race 1 will have the top 10 inverted for the start of race 2. So drivers that go well on that first race going to have to work a bit harder come the 20-lap race later on in the night.
It looks like the track temperature is rising as well, so currently 25-degree track, so I'm guessing she's going to get a little bit warmer, and like you said before, turn 1, it's either going to be spicy or we'll be praising these boys.
Yeah, let's hope they can all get through it somehow. If someone in the chat can just let us know that the volumes are all about good, that'll be great, thanks. No time to do any sound checks. As we see Ayrton Smith there goes off track, and I think that's that may have been Hammy Stein. If I get the colours right. Jeez.
Set himself a 6 as well, that's always good.
Yeah. There's the 334 of Hammy Stein there on your screen. So Hamish Cleland, a new name to the series for us. Anyway, Corey out top of the table at the moment. So Brett O'Keefe in second, and Smith's on P3 at the moment.
Yeah, 144.21 for Cleland, and if we scroll right down to now, Xavier Simmons in 13th to 144.97. So there you go.
Far
it's
out.
Going to be quite, and then you've got quite a few cars in the 45s. So the field's pretty tight together. We're going to have little groups of cars enjoying themselves for a couple of races tonight, I reckon.
Check that pit lane out. She is going to be congested tonight, that's for sure.
Chock-a-block.
Yeah.
I'd say they'll be
Exactly what you want to see
doubled up.
these little cars too. Yeah, it's going to be, like you say, an interesting battle at turn 1. One thing I know about sim racing, there'll be a fair bit of bumping and grinding at turn 1.
You're not wrong. Just in the chat there, we're all going to die turn 1. Pretty sure that's...
well, with that attitude, yeah, definitely.
Pretty sure that's Ben Doherty. His thoughts about turn 1. So there's time ticking down here. Only a few seconds left of qualifying, and it'll be go time here at Oulton Park. No mucking around. We'll see how far we can get through the grid lineup for you. So, heat 1. Able to bring this up. So, Hamish Cleland will be starting out of grid 1 with Brett O'Keefe to line up outside him. Grid number 2, Ayrton Smith will be out of 3 with Hayden Kirk out of 4. This car looks all weird on the grid. Samuel Sproul will start out of 5 with Ben Doherty to his outside. Out of 7 will be Dylan Shepherd with Peter Vanderberg outside him on row 4. Justin Davies will start out of 9 with Devon Stove out of 10. Matt Pluck will be out of 11 with Reese Tamanui lining up next to him out of 12. Xavier Simmons will start from 13 with the world's slowest sim racer outside him in P14. Try and bring up 15. There we go. Thomas Paul out of 15 with Murray Hall out of 16. Stu Patterson starts from 17 with Hayden Guptill outside him in P18. P19 will be Dan Patrick with Caleb Beecroft to start out of P20. How are we looking, Corey?
Yeah, we're
Still got time?
Just, 24 seconds.
25 seconds, yeah.
Okay, 21 will be Jared Guptill, 22 will be George Mills, 23 will be Simon Honey with Hammy Stein to his outside, Tom O'Connor out of 25 with Ben Gorringe out of 26, Mark Noble out of 27, Mitch Fabish in that Hooters car out of 28, Marcus Scott will start from 29th, and Cale James from grid 30. Looks like we're about to go racing, aren't we?
Yep, about to go live.
About ready.
There we go. Into it. Race number 1. We got to 30. Trust me, there are more cars still behind that. It's the field all get into turn 1 safely so far.
Pretty good at turn 1 there.
Oh, there we go.
We've got someone.
Zach Murray Hobble exits stage left on the grass. So early casualty.
Great start by Brett O'Keefe. He's managed to get the jump at the start there on Hamish Cleland. And he has dropped Dak.
We'll just get this sorted for us so we can have a bit of a order on the screen. There it is, Brett O'Keefe out in front from Hamish Cleland. Ayrton Smith has had a good start, sitting in P3 currently. Get some graphics up on screen for everyone. So far, we've had a few cars.
Brett O'Keefe is having a pretty good first lap here. He's just pulling out a little bit on Hamish Cleland, so pulling away. Good first lap on cold tyres.
Saying to Corey before we got underway, that thing there is a brilliantly presented car for O'Keefe. Stands out. Hamish
BJ
Cleland.
is he's like to be called.
What was that? Sorry, Corey?
BJ, we'll call him BJ O'Keefe.
Okay.
Rolls off the tongue a bit better.
Yeah, for sure. Hamish Cleland sits second at the moment. Tell you what, I've had a fair bit going on my screen. I don't know about you, Corey, but a few cars having some moments out there early stages.
There's too many cars on track for my SDK to be keeping up, so it's gone AWOL on me. So I'm trusting you, Brad.
Well, it looks like
That seems dangerous.
Yeah, I reckon. So far, it looks like Sam Waddell, Xavier Simmons have all had moments, along with Patterson, Northway. I'll tell you what, you'd probably get to the end of the race going through all those repos. So we'll stay live for now. So we can pick up some of these
Big movers
battles.
on the first lap was Matthew Pluck there, up 4 spots from 11th to 7th. Pretty good move to start for him, and Dylan Shepherd from 7th to 4th. So good opening laps for those two.
I'll tell you what, just trying to find here Josh Henderson. According to my biggest movers, he's gone up 18 positions in that first 2 laps. So right now, your biggest mover, Hamish Kelsey out there, he's gone up 12 along with Glenn Collinson. And Peter Omit's up 11, as we say it. Henderson just goes for a bit of a tour off track, gets going again in the right direction though. We get back up to the top 10 here, looking at Devon Stove currently. Peter Vanderberg sits up in front of him.
It looks like I'm just going to have to not trust SDK at all. It's got BJ, Brett O'Keefe in 11th for me, so...
Oh, yeah. That has certainly had a moment for you then. Tell you what, I'm loving the new overlay that we're running. It has made quite a difference to the streams. It's a shame not all the replays come up. We ride on board here with Devon Stove. Has Vanderberg in front of him. Justin Davies sitting in behind. But out front, Brett O'Keefe still leading the way. But I tell you what, Hamish Cleland is on the tail.
Well, Matthew Pluck, fastest lap of the race last time round. He's up another spot into 6th now.
Mission too, isn't he?
Those two leaders have really pulled out a bit of a gap there to Dylan Shepherd as well, who has moved through from 7th. But it'll be interesting to see if Dylan can catch them up, because it looks like he's got the speed for those front two, but just a little bit of lacking, a bit of he goes off the track in the background, commentator's curse, but may not have the track position.
I'll tell you what, that it seems to be a familiar thing up here. When we're calling races, we're watching the guy and then all of a sudden he'll fall off the track, so it's a common theme. It's this battle raging for first and second at the moment, and Hamish Cleland just goes quick time to 1:44.033.
And he'll be getting the advantage of the toe down the two big straights there off O'Keefe as well. So that could be the reason for the fastest lap, as well as he is hauling, that is for sure. Oh, one off in the background.
Oh, that looked like Devon Stove.
I think that's Devon Stove.
Yeah. So,
Big moment.
oh, and another one too. Who's that? That's just gone off in the background. So a couple of cars. Hamish Kelsey, is it? No. Can't quite pick up who that was. That had a bit of a moment there, but same corner as Devon Stove, so interesting.
It was a tricky corner, that one, because it's sort of you carry a bit of speed there, and then it sort of drops off on the exit. So you can, if you're not tucked into the apex right in there, and it's also a corner where it's quite open, so you want to carry a lot of speed off the exit. But if you can get on the throttle too early and send yourself wide, maybe that's what happened to those two.
As we see here, Matt Clark now looking at working to the top 5. Ayrton Smith just made a little mistake in the back of the camera shot there, and he's starting to fall back quite rapidly actually, Ayrton. Another car, Hayden Kirk, makes his way past him.
He's just been showing the door there on the exit.
Yeah, so he's obviously got a bit of a problem by the looks of things, a bit of damage. So slowing right up. Dan Patrick here having a great
slow down.
Oh yeah, you could be right there actually.
Yeah, that's quite possibly what it was.
Oh, blocking now. Here goes Patrick. Thomas Paulin behind him. He's still having a huge battle.
Yeah, Dan Patrick up from grid 19 as well, so that's a really good run.
That is in 5 laps. That's a fair bit of passing.
Oh, Devon Stove side by side there with Justin Davies.
Who have we got up in the graphics there for the biggest movers there, Brad?
I'll get that on screen for you right there. Sam Waddell up 16 spots. Let's try and find where
Sam should qualify better.
yeah, so he's all the way back in.
He might have good car speed, but needs to qualify better.
Yeah, he's currently sitting back at P23, so
Oh, good run for him. I'll wind him up later.
yeah.
Got his qualifying pace.
Just trying to find Mr. Ken. Well, who was that? Just had a big off there.
Couple off there.
Oh, wait.
Something may have happened to Hamish Cleland. He seems to have lost a bit of ground to O'Keefe now. He's almost 2 seconds back. Under a little bit of pressure from Dylan Shepherd coming up in the mirror.
And that looked like a huge moment. I didn't quite catch it. Was that Mitch Fabish maybe? He's coming up there. He's having a few moments out there. So we'll have a look and see what it is. Bring up this Sim Blacks Sim Magic replay.
That's fancy.
It's very fancy.
That is actually after the fact, so See if this has
There's
anything.
Mitch running through.
Yeah, I'd say that's what we caught the end of just before, to be fair. So we'll go back live.
Not a super experienced tarmac racer there, Mitch. So maybe struggling to come into grips with the TCR.
Yeah, certainly, as we see him now, still venturing off-road at the moment. So yeah, let's get back on track. That's dropped him right down. He's currently sitting P31.
I'm wondering whether he might be left-hand down. He might have a steering issue there.
Yeah, certainly does not look too good.
Wonky hooters.
Yeah. But out front, still O'Keefe, yeah.
Yeah, O'Keefe.
O'Keefe leading the way, 1.6 seconds in front of Hamish Cleland.
Yeah, Timaru's finest, BJ O'Keefe.
Yeah, look at Dylan Shepherd now starting to apply some pressure. So, just a reminder, we're halfway through this one, but these guys finish where they are. Of course, that top 10 invert will see them start a bit further back for race number 2.
Yeah, there's always that battle for pole position in race 2. Currently, Devon Stove is sitting in 10th, so that'll be nice for him to get a pole.
Yeah, maybe
Hayden
get out.
Guptill working his way through the field there too, just by the way.
Yeah, he's up to 12th.
18th to 12th.
Job. Excuse me.
Battle for second and third though, really starting to heat up, isn't it?
Yeah, we just see Matt Plucker further 3.3 seconds back there, so he has he made a good charge earlier in the race. Maybe just tyres starting to overheat a little bit. He's sort of fallen off a little bit of the pace, but still up to 4th. Some good passes. Check out some battles a little bit back. Thomas Paul at the moment on the back of Dan Patrick.
A little bit of front end damage to the Audi.
So, all the teams represented again that we've seen previously here at Virtual Racing Aotearoa. Iridium Sim Sports well represented. Got some more battles going on out there at the moment. The leader is certainly running away with it, with laps starting to count down here in the first race at Oulton Park. As I say, that Hamish Cleland just sets the quickest lap of the race down into the 143s.
I'd say that gap. Yeah, that gap came down quite.
There you go, Christian.
Be Shepherd and Cleland looking to work together there to try and hunt O'Keefe.
Yeah, well, it's the only way that they're going to get to him, isn't it? If they race each other, they won't get him. But they seem to be closing that margin fairly quickly, almost down to half a second. So just like that, maybe
right on here.
Maybe O'Keefe maybe having some issues. White's
A little bit of
flashing.
lap traffic.
Shepherd.
That shouldn't have affected him too much.
Yeah, well, he only just got past him then, so that gap was out to nearly 1.7 seconds, and just like that, Hamish Cleland on the tail of race leader. And, that margin a long way back to Pluck now.
Yeah, hell of a battle going on here for the top 3 positions in the race. And to have 8 laps done, a couple to go, or 4 to go. Nothing like a nice tight battle.
Yeah, you're not wrong. The old TCRs, they always seem to provide the goods. Cars fairly well evenly matched. So we'll go on board here. Try and pick up Hamish Cleland as he tries to track down the race leader at the moment.
Just dropped off there a little bit there, O'Keefe. So he must be starting to feel the pressure from these two guys behind him because he is pushing very hard.
Certainly is. I don't know what these guys' tyre life will be like, but you'd start thinking 3 laps to go, they should still be alright. 9 laps in the books.
Should be fine, yeah. They don't use too many tyres, the TCR car. They're pretty handy. So shouldn't be affected. Maybe heat more than wear necessarily, but that pedal between Cleland and Shepherd, that's hot as well.
Yeah, it's she's going to be going off any moment here. Shepherd, can he find a way past? There's nothing in it.
That rusty KRF Hyundai is holding them off so far.
Old rusty roof. See Pluck there in the background. The old Kiwi Sim racing car.
Heavy lick at his chops, Matt Pluck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watching these guys. Waiting for these guys to have an issue.
Yeah, anything wants to go wrong, he would be there to jump on the situation straight away. Is now Cleland again. Looks to get to the back of the race leader. Almost looks like they're running wide there, eh? But he's in all of the track.
Can take a bit of curb, but got to be careful those slowdowns as well. That's the big thing at this track.
Yeah, don't want to be doing it too often, do you? Then you start getting into drive-through territory and so on.
Shepherd looks like he's just sort of dropped off a little bit, just slightly off the back of the battle, 4 tenths now.
Yeah, Cleland applying the blowtorch again, searching for a way past.
This is set up for a massive last lap lunge, I reckon.
Yeah.
Leave the run late.
Yeah, question is, can Pluck sort of draw himself into this? I know he's a long way back, but all these guys are battling.
He has managed to get it down under 5 seconds, or as I look there, it's gone just over 5 seconds again, but it was a little bit higher a couple of laps ago, I'll admit.
Have
Leland,
a big look there.
Trying to get the nose up.
I'm going last lap lunge at turn 5, the hairpin, I reckon. That's set up for it.
So he'll be looking to get a good run. It's the round tick. Lap 11 now. Is that the start-finish line? Yes, it is. So O'Keefe still holding on to the race lead from Hamish Cleland. Tell you what, we may have missed a bit of the carnage, but out front it's been a great race. It's like 4 cars retired from the race.
Pretty good, considering 42 cars I think there was. So it's not a bad attrition rate there.
So quick repairs, I assume, are on offer for this series. So if you do get into a bit of trouble early, you can get those repairs done. Get back out on track. And, I'm not sure if Cleveland's actually got anything for the race leader.
No, Keith's doing a great job.
He's managing to sneak away a little bit. Nice and tidy.
A little bit wide there. Shepherd's back in the game here too. Just seems to be getting a better exit onto the main straights there, O'Keefe. Doing a good job.
Should be white flag next time by heat race number 1. Or race number 1. O'Keefe looking to hold out, and Shepherd, just bringing himself back into the battle again. These guys coming from grid 10, 9 and 8 is going to be a ripper race. It's Justin Davies currently sitting P10. White flag is out. So Davies going to be starting out of P1 if he can hold on to that position for the next race. Stephen Stoves managed to go up to P8.
A bit wide there.
Some of these movers. Sam Waddell still your biggest mover out there.
Here comes Shepherd.
He's got it done. Moves into P2. And
Just a little mistake there from Cleland, yeah, and Shepherd got through.
Has he got time? I don't think he does. 1.4 seconds is a long way back. With just over half a lap to go. O'Keefe out front.
Yeah, 1.3 second lead for Brett O'Keefe.
He's controlled the race well. He came under pressure a couple of times and fought it off. And, looks like he's going to get it done. Without putting the curse on him.
I was going to say, you've called it early.
Yeah. O'Keefe. Leading.
Hamish really dropped off there on that last lap, didn't he, after that mistake? But, yeah, there you go. Round the final corner.
It's going to be Brett O'Keefe takes out race number 1 of the TCR Challenge. Dylan Shepherd home in second, and Cleland come home third with Pluck at fourth. Rounding out that top 5, Peter Vanderberg. Moved from P8.
I like the headlight flash. I like the look of that. I like the energy.
Yeah,
it's
goes good. So we'll get these results up on screen. There it is, Brett O'Keefe taking the winners. You see a car just off in the background there. From Shepherd, Cleland. Go through that list. Justin Davies, he will start out of grid number 1 for the 20 lap feature race. Just going through the list there. Ayrton Smith, he was one that was right up the front at the start of the race, dropped all the way back to P11. So, well, 28 cars on the lead lap. That's a good effort too. To bring up the rest of the field. World's slowest sim racer, a lap down in P33. You told me that I should be adding kart racer to the end of that as well, but it's starting to get a bit long. We have to add all that. So there are the results from race number 1. I believe now a 5-minute warm-up for the drivers as we fly high above Oulton Park Raceway. Didn't really set too much up in the way of interviews. Doesn't look like anyone's coming down, so
I'll be back in a second.
no worries.
I think that was a pretty good race, really, overall. 41 cars, 4 retirements. Pretty good. Pretty good from everyone.
Yeah, it certainly was. And 28 cars on that lead lap as well. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. It is kind of the beauty with these TCR cars, actually, is that, you know, they are pretty robust and don't mind a little bit of beating and banging and all that sort of thing. So you can get away with a few things. But, yeah, no, good to see. Good battle out front as well.
Yeah, too right. Hopefully can pick up some more battles through the field in this 20-lap race. We get a bit more time. 12 laps just flew by, to be fair.
Got a BJ in the waiting room here, Brad.
Oh, yeah.
was going to say, one man who was quite happy that the 12 laps went quite fast, I'd say.
Yeah, you want to have a yarn to him, Corey? You want to take this one away?
All right, we'll bring him in.
I'll drag him in for you. Yeah, go for it.
BJ O'Keefe, how good was that?
Yeah, it's bloody bit unexpected.
Yeah, not bad for a week on, week off.
No, that was good fun. It's great fun, actually.
And Hamish Cleland had you under a little bit of pressure there for majority of that race, but you held him off.
Yeah, he had a bit more pace than me, but I guess in these cars, once you lose your momentum, it's sort of, you don't want to make a dive bomb. So, no, it was good racing, good hard racing. It's awesome.
And you're starting off P10 for the second race, so you've got a few cars to get around to get back up the top. You're going to have to hold on tight.
Yeah, I'll give it a crack, mate. I'll give it a crack.
How good, how good. Oh, well, you good luck for the second race, my friend.
Cheers, boys. Thank you.
There you go. Thoughts from race 1 winner, Brett O'Keefe. And is he any relation to all the other O'Keefes that race the Porsches and stuff, Corey?
No. He's Timaru local, currently lives over in Perth. But,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, races in HQ Holden in his other spare time.
Oh, nice. Oh, good. Oh, good. Good to have everyone tuning in on this Monday night, round 1 of the TCR Challenge course. Tomorrow night, another new series gets underway with the GT4 series at Kiwi Sim Racing. Not sure if Xavier's waiting for a chat with us. We'll drag him in.
Drag him in.
Mr. Xavier.
G'day.
Mate, how are you?
Yeah, good. How good's it to see 40 plus cars on the track, eh? Pretty hectic out there.
Yeah, love it. I tell you what, ATVO was going nuts on that first few laps, so she was hard to keep up with everything going on.
Yeah, I'm sure my name popped up a couple of times. I went flying off at one point. had to take a fast repair and.
We barely noticed, mate. We barely noticed.
Well, you were less than a second off getting pole, so you tried pretty hard.
Yeah. Some of these guys out here are a bit of a freak, eh? When I started seeing those quick lap times popping up during the race, like a 44.0 or whatever, I was like, holy. Got some work to do, but yeah, I managed to salvage a bit of a result. Kind of stayed on the lead lap, that's all that mattered.
Yeah, too right. That alone with 42 cars out there is a pretty good achievement when you think a few cars went left and right at the start of that one.
Yeah, 100%. Hopefully we get a bit of a better start this time, bro, but who knows. It's pretty hectic out there, I can tell you that for free.
Well, yeah, like you said, the numbers, though, it's great to see so many people turning up on a Monday night to have a go in these TCR cars and 6-round series too, so should be a ripper season ahead of us.
Yeah, 100%, and yeah, I'm thoroughly grateful for everyone showing up and you guys jumping in the comms box and putting the stream on once again. So as we look like we're about to go back into our next race, a bit of jump out, but yeah, best of luck to you guys as well.
Yeah, awesome.
Good luck. Catch up with you.
Yeah, cheers, Xavier.
Good luck.
So there you go, he vacates, gets ready to get strapped in and go out there for the feature race, 20 laps ahead. We will endeavour to get the grids on screen. There we go. Justin Davies out of 1 and Dan Patrick, he will start alongside him out of 2. Devon Stove, we saw him have a few moments in that race number 1. He starts out of 3. Alongside him will be Thomas Paul. Out of 5, Hayden Kirk with Peter Vanderberg. Out of 6, go back to grid 7 with Matt Pluck. Hamish Cleland will start next to him out of 8. And Shepherd will start out of 9 with race winner O'Keefe out of 10. Ayrton Smith and Hayden Guptill out of 11 and 12. Then we go Caleb Beecroft and Jared Guptill Out of 15, it'll be Simon Honey with Hemi Stein lining up next to him out of 16. Out of 17, it'll be Samuel Sproul with Ben Doherty next to him, and we're going to be into it. No time for grids. Holy, look at everyone early. Try and pick up some of these front runners. As we are, yeah, we're underway.
Yeah. Oh, Peter Vanderberg's gone around at the front.
Now, the thing to watch here will be the three guys from that last race, 1, 2, and 3, picking their way through as...
it's Davies. Goes for a ride.
10 for 6 there.
Yeah, so
it's all go, and it's going to be all go at this tight hairpin as well.
Great start from Dylan Shepherd.
Yeah,
he's already up 4 spot.
Devon Stove too, he's had a great start, managing to get away from any trouble early on in this one. Oh, that corner there, you'd expect a bit of carnage to happen there. But so far...
Again, pretty clean.
Yeah. Hasn't it been as busy as that first race?
As we say that.
Oh, this regional is going to be
straight ahead at the chicane. Did well. Was that Ayrton Smith?
Yeah, it is.
Did well to pull that back on the track without cleaning out 4 or 5 cars.
Yeah, certainly did. Oh, a frantic start to this race. So out front. At the moment, it is Devon Stove, and behind him, Hayden Kirk. You see him on screen now. I tell you what, Dylan Shepherd, he is a man on a mission up to 5th. And the lights flashing.
Headlights.
Yeah.
How good.
He sits in behind Thomas Paul, currently sits P4. Yeah, trying to distract him with those headlights going.
Definitely works too. It's the way to let people know you're there.
Yeah. So, Hayden Kirk into the lead of the race. So, just like that.
Just drop the right-hand side of the car there off turn 2 and just went a little bit wide there. Let Kirk through.
And we'll change that to laps instead of time. Well, Hayden Kirk now your race leader, but Devon Stove, he's going to throw everything at him. Dan Patrick, Stove runs a bit wide. Dan Patrick, he'll be happy with that, goes up to P2. And look at the scrap on behind Shepherd. Oh. Searching for a way past.
Side by side through there.
Yeah, he is on the hunt at the moment. Devon Stove next on the list. As you can see there, Hamish Cleland, he's made some early ground as well.
Oh, that's getting hectic in that little battle pack there, isn't it?
Devon Stove just runs off the track again, so those incident points, they'll be starting to rack up.
It's just pass after pass. Poor Devon, he's just had cars just coming at him.
That is the hard part when you get off sequence in one of these Kazane boxes. Yeah.
So is there a pit stop needed in this race?
I would assume that there's not, but expect the unexpected.
I thought so. Should be able to make 20 laps on fuel.
Yeah. So is that in Samuel Sproul? Starting to make some moves out there as well. And I'll tell you what, in the warm-up sessions, he was up there in the top 3 times, so he obviously was caught up in some first race carnage to be this far back, especially considering he's up 8 spots.
There you go, so 25 litres the cars have in them, and that's good for 16 laps.
Oh, there you go.
So they will need fuel, eh?
I just jumped in the car and had a look at the fuel. Oh, don't know how accurate it is, but...
Oh, we'll take your word for it. It's the best information we've got.
Yep, we'll just have to roll with it. Someone going wide there and missed hitting the fence.
Off as well. I think that was Mitch Fabish was dropping down the order there on the left, but I don't think he was in there. Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah, he's got serious engine issues too by the looks of that smoke. So.
That's a blow up.
Yeah.
Damage on the front there too.
See
Doing
if we
well
can,
to keep out of everyone's way.
Might be able to pick up what has unfolded for Fabish out there. We'll see if we can bring that up in the Simblacks replay. And that is definitely after the fact. So yeah, this will explain it right here. Oh, big contact with that inside fence. Well, you got to say a bit of a innocent victim, and that went for the ride and parks it in the fence one more time for good measure. So that'll explain that damage to the front of the Fabish car. Meantime,
I think the battle for second and third there is just heating up a little bit too with Patrick and Shepherd. It is all go at the Easter show right there. Second, third, fourth and fifth.
there is nothing in it between those guys at the moment, and more cars about to join that party too by the looks. Matt Pluck sits back there in sixth. Showed plenty of pace in that first race. Hayden Kirk is running away with it out front at the moment. 3-second lead over Dylan Shepherd. As this battle rages on here, Dan Patrick trying to hold out Thomas Paul. And there, you see Hamish Cleland there. He wants a way past as well.
Big half a lunge down the inside of Patrick there.
Are we going to get three wide?
Here we go. Oh, thinks better of it. Just pulls back in behind. So Hayden Kirk, fastest lap of the race.
He's doing a great job out front.
Yeah, 1:44.5.
Extended that gap on Shepherd as well. It was 3 seconds. 3.3 now.
Well, so we should see a pit stop at some stage. You'd have to say that Devon Stove, even though he stopped early, that's probably not going to be enough fuel to get home from when he did stop, eh?
A bit too early to carry the full fuel load home, I would have thought.
So here, Samuel Sproul with Hayden Guptill sitting in behind him. Back through the field. Mr. Davies, he's dropped back to P15. We saw him come unstuck in the early stages of the race.
Yeah, Simmons up a few. He's on the move a little bit there from I think started 15th and up to 11th.
Oh, he's got a little battle going on too. Looks like Reece Tamanui sitting up in front of him at the moment. Just out of the top 10 here for Simmons. Running the Audi.
Yeah, I think that's the unofficial fast lane esports choice tonight was the Audi and the Hooters livery, it seems.
Yeah, great livery. So we see Michael Kemp down pit lane. I don't know if he's parked it up. Must be getting some damage attended to, perhaps.
World's fastest or slowest pit stop, is it?
Yeah. So Fabish has had those repairs done. He's back out on track now. Oh, it just runs wide.
He is more known for his dirt racing, Mitch, but maybe wants to keep it on probably the tarmac tonight.
Yeah, just taking the old off-road track a bit there.
He's a midget competitor in real life and mostly dirt stuff on the sim as well, but trying his hand at tarmac tonight, but probably spending more time on the grass/dirt.
Gotta love it. So we see here a battle going on. Mark Noble. That number 63, Ben Doherty. Just getting past him. Oh, car backwards. Oh, who is that?
I think Pluck and O'Keefe have both caught up to the back of Cleland there too, right up the front. That battle might be getting spicy as well.
Screen now with Matt Pluck in that 51 Kiwi Sim racing car. It's moved forward 3 spots. So Shepherd here.
Problem for Cleland
Oh,
too.
he must have got a slow
Shepherd,
down.
sorry. You can get one through the chicane there if you take too much on the exit in particular. But yeah, that must have been what happened to him and Smith before earlier.
Oh, in fact, Shepherd going down pit
He's
lane
shooting
now. So, going to do a pit stop there as Hayden Kirk again sets the quickest lap time.
That the undercut strategy from Shepherd, maybe.
I'll tell you what, 6-second lead for Kirk at the moment.
Yeah, he's driving off into the sunset, isn't he? He's doing a great job out front.
Yeah, man on a mission. So we watch here the battle from 2nd to 5th.
Pit lane is a busy place right now.
Going off, plenty of cars down pit lane, is there?
Yeah, it looks to be 4 in the lane at the moment. 3, counting myself.
See back here, Simmons, Guptill managing to get up in front of him.
Yeah, there was a bit of a gap between Guptill and Simmons, so obviously Simmons has closed that up quite a bit.
Now Guptill on the back of Dan Patrick here, so it's looking pretty racy at the moment. This Hayden Guptill. This week see him on our midget streams on a Thursday night, and I'll tell you what, he definitely knows how to steer one of those. Tonight we're going in the TCRs. Tell you what, bit of a change up is Patrick there.
Patrick dropped it. Beecroft might get him there in the background too.
Caleb Beecroft, to tell you what, he races in pretty much every series we stream at the moment. He is a busy man. And Hamish Cleland now, he's taken half a second out of Hayden Kirk, so we'll keep an eye on that.
He's just broken away from Brett O'Keefe as well, so maybe decided to go early.
And the old clean air. And the downtime maybe. It's Plucker, he looks like he's right on the back of O'Keefe at the moment. Applying the pressure, seeing if he can sneak up onto the podium.
I think, but Brett had actually passed Plucky. He was behind him just before.
Pluck was behind O'Keefe, did you say? He still was?
Yeah, BJ was behind Plucky.
Oh, was he?
He was, yeah, he must have got around him there at some point.
Just looking at the timing there, looks like Simmons may have had a moment and he's sort of dropping back quite rapidly on Guptill there.
Yeah, just holding on to that top 10. In fact, he's just dropped down now behind Dan Patrick.
Beecroft all over him. I'd say he had a moment there because he was right on the back of Guptill and then just sort of could see the timing just dropping off.
What do we got? It's like 5 cars out of this one. Much Fabish, by the looks of things, has decided to call it a night. What should be pretty lonely when you are out there by yourself. Somehow you've managed to find some clear track when you've got 40 odd cars out there. Devon Stove. He has apparently only P26, so down 23 spots. And I tell you what, he was saying earlier in the chat to us, if he has a night like he did last night, there might be a sim up for sale, so we'll see what happens.
Bit of a bumper into the car in front of him there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's getting into it. Oh, turns around, just sends him.
Got rid of him, flat out.
Bit of street stock racing going on there from Stove. Takes care of him. Just trying to pick up who that was. Is that George Mills that he turned around there?
Interesting to see how the stewards read that one.
Yeah. Is it Jamie Stewart? No, I'm not quite sure who is sitting in behind George Mills at the moment in that KFC car. Certainly isn't Peter Vanderberg like it says it is. Ben Doherty out there at P20 at the moment. Is that Dylan Shepherd? It is too. So Shepherd's had a moment out there, hasn't he? He's dropped all the way back to P19.
He did make that pit stop.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did too. So he's fueled to the end then. So
fastest lap on the last lap there too. So he's making progress.
So that'll be interesting to see when pit stops unfold and that gap to Hayden Kirk now down to 4.5 seconds. So that's come down 1.5 seconds. Cleland is finding some pace. See now on the back of that's not Guptill, is it? Nope.
Yeah, some lap traffic there, so that will slow his progress down a little bit there.
Yeah, O'Keefe now, he'll be looking for a way past that lap car as well. Can't even tell you who that is at the moment. So, well, he hasn't exactly made short work of this so far. He's up 6 spots in the 10 laps. Got a... Oh, keep going. Where you go?
Yeah. Jared Guptill was that lap car.
Ah, right, there you go. So he lets the rest of them through. Samuel Sproul up to 5th now. He's having a good run. He's gone for 12 spots in this one. So we'll bring up the biggest movers. Murray Hole up 21 spots. Some more pit stops unfolding in the background. Reese Tamanui heads down pit lane.
Yeah, splitting the race in half. That's a good strategy.
Yeah, Sam Wood-Owen as well.
I'm going to say Kempy's parked it. He's still sitting down pit lane. So we see the race leader here. Clear track. Sitting about 4.5 seconds out front.
The gap's coming down, but he is managing it really, really well. He's still doing a great job out front.
I'd say look for a pit stop any moment for him.
Someone in the fence there on the left disappeared.
Bit of magic tricks. Oh, that was Ayrton Smith by the looks of things. All of a sudden
Dropping out, yeah.
dropping down my race order.
Yep, he has disconnected.
Oh, there you go. Hamish Cleland now just 4 seconds behind. So he's taken half a second just like that. He could see him up the road.
Yeah, it's about 2/10 a lap at the moment, isn't it?
See Pluck here. He's holding on to the back of O'Keefe at the moment.
Luck in.
Yeah, pit stops again. So
Brow follows them in as well, and Thomas Paul in there from P6. Hayden Guptill also going in.
So you'd think it'd just be a splash and dash, yeah, no tyre changes. No, so it is just straight fuel, stops. Kirk
Fuel
stays
only.
out.
Not a bad time to stop as well. Give those tyres a little chance to cool off and push on for the last 8 laps with a nice light fuel load.
Look at Xavier Simmons up 20 spots. He's now sitting P4 in the race. See, a couple of stops have taken place, but still a great job.
He's managed to get out in front of Dylan Shepherd too, interestingly, I think.
Yeah, there you go. That's that undercut from Shepherd, isn't it?
Here's the battle here on your screen. Shepherd on the back of Pluck. Ben Doherty's sitting in there as well.
Yeah, so Plucky's the first of the cars that have made their pit stop. So Dylan Shepherd, all these cars in this little group here have made their pit stop, I believe, apart from Ben Doherty. But I did leave the server and come back in, so that could be incorrect data.
Oh, here we go. Shepherd.
Out.
Oh, bit of contact. Oh, Pluck drives into the back of him.
Didn't like the big don't argue on the way in and gave him one on the way out.
They're still going. Oh, Doherty turns him. Wow. Oh. Boy, oh boy. Huge contact. Shepherd on his roof. And there will be question marks around that.
Bit of stock car teams racing there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hayden Kirk's come into pits now. BJ has followed him in, and Xavier has also come in.
That was a massive moment there for Shepherd. We will get the replay up. Oh yeah. Right on board with him here. See, backs it in. And over it goes. So, wild ride, and yeah.
Interesting to see how the stewards read that one.
Yeah.
Samuel Sproul, he's come out the shiny side of the pit stop. 8.5 seconds of fuel. It's put him into P5 ahead of Matt Pluck. BJ O'Keefe slots in behind Plucky. So, fantastic pit strategy there for Sam Sproul. Hopefully got enough to get home.
Yeah, he was definitely looking racy pre-race meeting, so obviously he did get caught up in race number 1 because he worked his way forward during that race, and now he's at the pointy end of this one, isn't he, with Hayden Kirk?
Hayden's taken 10.95. He was that was his pit time. Matt Pluck 9.30 and BJ O'Keefe is 11.6. So they're all varying times.
Well, it'll be interesting, once it comes down to those closing laps, if anyone starts coughing out on the track.
Right, the top 3 cars are in the pits now. Hamish Cleland is on the way out. Where are we going to slot him in with Hayden Kirk?
Well, this is going to be very close. He just gets in front. So Hayden Kirk, he's controlled this race really from the start brilliantly, but Hamish Cleland, he has taken heaps of time out of him.
Yeah, and he's straight under pressure from Samuel Sproul, who's got warmer tyres, I guess. So he's coming up behind him here now.
Effectively taken 2 seconds out of the gap there, Cleland, in the pit stop phase. Gap was 4 seconds before the stop, so good strategy there too.
So here we go. We see O'Keefe up the inside of Pluck, looking to get
the wrong side of the road for the hairpin.
Round the outside. How good is that?
On the cushion.
Got it done. What a pass. Yeah, that was brilliant work there.
Just carried enough momentum, didn't he? But it's the long way around. Pluck won't be happy with that.
No, and well, that's going to set him off. Now, we've only got 6 laps remaining in this race. So the question is, can he get to the back of Sproul, who's just up in front of him, but those first two cars, 5 seconds in front of Sproul. Hamish Cleland here.
By the way, at the back of the top 10, Simmons actually jumped Guptill there in the pit stop phase.
So that's interesting. Obviously some drivers starting with more fuel. I don't know if they can or not, but
Probably would have started with the full tank, but of course the longer you go in the race, the shorter time you'll have to have stopped for fuel there. So
yeah.
that'll be a factor in amongst it. But yeah, interesting there that he's jumped them.
It's the battle here with Devon Stove just run a little bit wide.
Thought he was going to put the bumper in on Beecroft there.
Yeah. That's Justin Davies, I think, up the inside. So Stove just losing a few spots at the moment. Yeah, field all spread out all over the circuit at the moment.
So I'd say Davies will have got to slow down there in the background. Just running off the circuit there. Oh, speaking of.
Yeah, Simon Honey by the looks there. No, that was not Simon Honey. It's a lap car. And Kempy back out on track, so whatever...
They've done the Greg Murphy there, parked up for a 5-minute stop.
Yeah.
Onto the Portaloo you're in.
Yeah. Well... So he's now back out on track, currently 35th. And well, he is a 9...
Making a real nuisance of himself there.
Yeah, it's making that car rather wide, isn't he? So
do rate that though as a lap car. That's good. You got to race everyone around you.
Yeah. Just looks to get some lap times or a bit of time in the seat, I guess. Yeah, we'll already be looking forward to next week, no doubt. On to the next one. Of course, next week I believe it's the endurance format. 128 lap race, I believe.
The gap at the front is sort of just hovering around that 1.8 seconds. It hasn't really changed much after those stops.
A bit of lap traffic up in front of Kirk here, so let's see if that comes into play. You can see in the background.
It's all go in the background, yeah.
Starting to put some pressure on the back of Sproul. Looks for a pass to move up into P3.
Just touching back on the Enduro next week there, Brad. 126 lap race. We're at Phillip Island for round 2.
There you go.
Knock Hill round 3. Oran Park on the 29th of July for round 4. Brands Hatch on the 5th of August. And Sandown on the 12th of August for a 32 lap finale in these TCR cars.
Yeah, what a track to do it on too, Sandown. So some brilliant fixtures coming up for the series. It's never too late to get involved, maybe make it 50 cars for next week. Get amongst it. It's Ben Doherty here. Still sits in behind Matt Clark in the 51.
1.4 seconds now, the gap between P1 and P2, so that's coming down a bit more aggressively.
Yeah, Cleveland
might have a battle for the lead on our hands very soon.
Yeah, there's that lap traffic. Yeah, it's starting to play its part here.
If I was Hayden Kirk, I'd be spamming my headlight flash button right about now, hoping that those cars in front of them, although it is a KSR teammate, so they might be some words in Discord maybe, but the old headlights for the blue flags.
That is Ben Gorringe. Of course, he was caught up in that incident with Shepherd earlier on, the number 73. No doubt he'll see Kirk in behind him. We'll let him go at some stage just like that. So Hammy Stein up in front, maybe the next one on the list. Or Hayden Kirk. It's Cleland though, down now almost to a second. But let's see if Gorringe makes it easy for him. I very
maybe
much
some team
doubt it.
tactics.
Yeah.
But you'd be hoping that car sort of just lets the leaders sort it out for themselves there.
It's Cleland here on the back of him. He'll look to get the pass done. It's a gap just out to 1.1 seconds. With only a few laps to go here in race number 2 at Oulton Park.
And another lap car in between them as well, so that does make it difficult.
Battle for that last podium spot, getting a little bit tighter too there, with Brett O'Keefe getting back up on the back of Samuel Sproul.
Yeah, he is right there ready to attack. A few more casualties in this one. So there's 7 cars out of the race. The battle just back there too. Is that Benno? Yeah, it is Ben Doherty and Matt Pluck. So Doherty's managed to get in front of Pluck. And O'Keefe there still searching for a way past Samuel Sproul. So it's actually going off everywhere. Reece Tamanui too, looking for a pass. Aaron Thomas Paul.
Yeah, good battle going on between Caleb Beecroft and Dan Patrick, Justin Davies too, by the looks of it.
So you see Caleb Beecroft here on the back of Stove.
Bit of a TCR specialist there, Caleb Beecroft too. He's really looking forward to this series.
Yeah, it has been a while since any of the communities have run the TCRs, I believe, so it's good to see them back. I think last time it was Kiwi Sim Racing running them, so that was a long time ago.
Battle for the lead under 8/10 of a second now, or 9/10 of a second. So that is all go out there.
You can see it right there, Hayden Kirk and O'Keefe. He's, no, that's not O'Keefe, is it? It's got a lap car in between them. So that's going to get confusing. I was going to say he's managed to get past Samuel Sproul, but he hasn't.
It could be Mark Noble.
I would say you are right, yes you are. At number 63.
It's been a case of Kirk not making any mistakes here and just finishing this one out. 2 laps to go, or a lap and a half to go.
How are we, Thomas? Welcome into the chat. To have you in here, round 1 of the Virtual Racing Aotearoa TCR Challenge. Only a couple of laps to go here for Hayden Kirk. Can he hold on? He's done a brilliant job managing it so far. Cleland
through the chicane there.
Yeah, Cleland's going to throw everything at this.
He'll be right at the toe now too, Cleland, so he'll be picking up a little bit of extra speed on those straightaways.
It's that battle for 3rd and 4th still going on too, with O'Keefe and Sproul. Just half a second between those two. Sproul is looking comfortable though.
He looks to have put a little bit of a gap between him and O'Keefe there for now. But, you know, coming up on the last lap, you'd be hoping he's going to make his way home. Up 14 spots though, Samuel Sproul, so good effort.
Some lights flashing again there from Sproul. Past the 73.
Last lap.
Yeah, white flag in the air for Kirk, and look at that margin now, down to under half a second, nothing in it. So are we going to see a big dive from Cleland here on the closing stages?
That turn 5 hairpin could be on. The move down off the straight here, not quite close enough.
Looks like Sproul might be safe enough there in 3rd spot. We'll watch this one to the end here. Cleland now on the back. Nothing in this one, race number 2. He's going to be searching.
Moving around, trying to distract him, trying to make him make a mistake. Could be the bomb here.
Has he got a good run? Oh, look, here we go. Oh, has a little look.
Not quite close enough. Could be the last corner now. That's probably the last opportunity for a pass. It's all pretty fast and flowing from here. Just drops the wheel off a little bit there. Just drop the left side of the car off the track. Just let Kirk get away slightly. He's done a great job here, Hayden Kirk.
Yeah, has he what? That margin just stabilises.
Don't run it wide.
Yeah, wouldn't want any slowdowns on the last lap. So Kirk here. Through the last corners. And he is going to take out race number 2. And a great drive from him. He's led from start to finish. Cleland home in second. And Samuel Sproul, he's going to hang on.
Oh,
Has he
on the
run out of
line.
fuel, or has he had a slowdown there at the end?
Yeah, well, that'll be interesting. I
think they were across the line.
He's completely stopped it there, so maybe right out of fuel on the line.
Oh, and Simmons and Guptill swapped places there on the last lap as well. So, not sure what happened to Simmons. He's dropping back a little bit. But what a race. Oh,
He's
Simmons
come
through pit
down.
lane.
Did he come down pit
Back,
lane?
back.
What's
Yeah,
he
he
doing?
must have gone over his incident points, Davey. It's a bit rough, mate.
Oh, no
Doesn't
good.
sound like him.
We will get your results up on screen. There you go, Hayden Kirk. And he got it out to a second in the end there over Hamish Cleland. Samuel Sproul brings it home in third. And I'll tell you what, there was nothing between him and No Kef at the finish line. With Matt Pluckham in 5th, Doherty in 6th. Tamanui 7th, Thomas Paul 9th, Thomas Paul in 8th, Guptill in 9th, and Xavier Simmons finished in the pit lane, but rounds out your top 10. So we just quickly run through the rest of the finishes there.
Yeah, good job by Caleb Beecroft there in 11th. The TCR specialist from Fastlane Esports. Good job for him to bring it home there 11th.
Yeah, survive the hectic start and finished the race. 24 cars finished on the lead lap.
And a call out there for occasional sim racer Fergus Manor. Good to see him on the list there, P22.
Mr. Kemp, he would have been your last finisher, I would imagine, 6 laps down. But,
Yeah, actually, Dylan, we missed Dylan Shepherd dropping right off the out of the picture there too.
yeah, he
laps down.
had that rollover, so he would have DNF'd
Of
the
course.
race. So that is your results from race number 2. We'll have a quick look in the waiting room at the moment. She's an empty house.
No victims yet.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's a great way to kick off a TCR championship. Massive turnout of cars. And hopefully those numbers can continue to be that high throughout the series.
With it being Phillip Island next week, I reckon you'll have a fairly good turnout. But unfortunately, I won't be here. But I'll possibly be able to tune in and watch.
Yep, that is.
It's got me excited, that racing. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's good to see some side-by-side action, that's for sure. The guys are going at it. And hopefully it continues throughout the series. There'll be a couple of interesting moments tonight. We'll let the officials sort those out and see what happens of those. But looks like no one's keen to talk tonight, so we may call it a night, lads.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought there'd be. I thought Hayden Kirk for sure would want to talk about that great drive from him out in front. He led pretty much flag to flag, didn't he? That was a great drive by him and a few other movers through the field.
Yeah, too right. Well, we got Kempy in the house. We'll drag him in for a chat just in case some of the other guys want to come along. But we'll get his thoughts on the night tonight. Bit of a rough one out there for you tonight, Kempy. Kempy, you there? He's not even there. Well, I'll tell you what, we have got race 2 winner in the house, so we'll drag him in and we'll get his thoughts on that one. Hayden, mate, what a race led from the start, and well, Hamish, he threw everything at you at the end of it, but you managed to hold on.
I am sweating like you would not believe. Yeah. I seen it coming, and then he has the courtesy to send me a message after race going, I wouldn't have made it. I ran out of fuel anyway. He could have told me that 20 minutes ago. And, that was pretty epic. I haven't worked pretty hard like that for a while. Made a few bold moves on the first couple of laps and let everybody else scrap for the rest.
Yeah, no, it was brilliantly done from you. You led, I think you led nearly every single lap, didn't you? So start to finish.
The whole race is a bit of a blur, to be fair. But these cars are a lot of fun, and it's a massive field. It's really, really good racing.
Yeah, I guess we touched on it earlier with the amount of cars out there. You got to expect a little bit of a mayhem to unfold, but overall, I think the field done a fairly good job with the amount of cars that have turned up. So hopefully the numbers continue to turn up. Of course, Phillip Island next week. You're looking forward to that one, Hayden?
Yeah, I don't mind a bit of Phillip Island. I'm not sure what the race length is, but I know that'll be pretty hard on these front-wheel drive tyres. I'm not, but yeah, know the track pretty well. Obviously, it's pretty popular around here. So yeah, let's do it.
Well, you'll be pleased to know it's 26 laps around Phillip Island for you, so tyre conservation could come into it.
I think I'm going to be sitting here in my undies next week.
Well, I'll tell you what, congrats on getting that win done, Hayden, and mate, cheers for coming in and chatting with us, and a great way to start off the TCR season for you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Love your work, boys. Shout outs, obviously, KSR Speed Nation, get amongst it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, cheers for coming in again, Hayden, and hopefully we talk to you again throughout the series.
Fingers crossed.
Awesome. Cheers, mate. There you go. There is thoughts of race winner, race number 2 winner, Hayden Kirk, getting it done.
Good to hear from him. Couple of mind games there from Hamish running out of fuel anyway. So he must have cut it really fine on his pit stop fuel number there.
Yeah, well, we did see Samuel Sproul as well at the end there. So I think a couple of them may have been fairly close on that fuel window. But boys, thanks a lot for coming in and helping out tonight. I know, Corey, you're away next week, but hopefully, Christian, you are coming back for Phillip Island next week.
I'll be back. Thanks for having us.
Awesome. Well, cheers, everyone, for tuning in. Who went flying? You mean on their roof? That'll be Dylan Shepherd. That was a big rollover.
I haven't seen bigger crashes than that since Teams Champs, so that was a biggie.
Yeah, it certainly was. But again, thanks everyone for tuning in. Don't forget, tomorrow night we have round 1 of the Kiwi Sim Racing GT4 series, and that is being held at Navarra, I believe. So we will be live around 8:20 for that one, with race 1 getting underway at 8:30. KSR crashes. But cheers everyone for tuning in tonight. I guess we'll see you tomorrow night.